Remix. Remix. Remix.
What's good? What's good, everybody? This is SUNDAZE Chat. That's right. Welcome out. I go by the name of the Air Doctor. And listen, we got straight back from Detroit. My partner in crime, no other than Pretty Dope. Damn.
What up, Joe? What up?
You driving from Detroit now? What's going on?
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I be in these streets. In these streets.
No doubt. You do be in the streets. I can't front on that, man. How you doing?
I am doing good. I'm doing great. This was Tamika Festival this week. Y'all know, big shout out to our sister George and me, Tamika Harvard. Tamika Festival was this weekend, so I'm always excited at the end of Tamika Fest because it was a phenomenal week.
Nice. Yeah, so, man, there's been a lot going on in this whole music thing, and I was just like, man, it's so many things to talk about, but why not talk about one of the greatest rap battles in the hip-hop history that's going on right now?
True.
Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. Your name says Pretty Dope Deal. What does NLUD mean?
They not like us. My new name is NLU Dia.
All right. In case y'all didn't know, that is one of the songs that Kendrick did with this whole beef right here going on with Kendrick and Drake. So, yeah.
Man.
Woo! I tell you what, it's been a lot of joints coming out that's like, yeah. And I know you'll be home in a minute. You driving, but let's get into it. Like, we first started off with the first diss song, which was what was it? It was actually Like That. Now, Like That was off that Metro Boomin and Future album, and he came out with that joint, and we was like, oh, okay, it's like that. So it sound a little bit something like this in case y'all didn't hear it. Like this right here. All right.
And make sure y'all tell y'all folks.
I'm way too paranoid for a threat. Hey, let's get it, bro. DOT, the money, power, respect. The last one is better. Say just a lot of goofies with a check. I mean, I hope them sentiments symbolic. My temperament bipolar, I choose violence. Okay, let's get it up. It's time for him to prove that he's a problem. Clicking up, but cannot be legit. No 40 water.
So bam, he's coming in right there off that Like That track. And he's calling them out off the rip, like, yo, fuck the big three, it's the big me. He's like, I'm that guy, y'all cats, I don't know.
Yeah.
So that started it, as they say in the rap battle. And then we had J. Cole come out.
Yeah.
J. Cole was like, I don't want none of that smoke. You going against Kendrick? I don't want it. I don't want the problem.
I don't want it. Now, you know what's so funny? So let me say this to all the people that, you know, have seen me comment about that. So when Cole and Kendrick, you know, were going responding or whatever, when Cole responded to Kendrick, I was totally against them battling. I was totally against it because, okay, and I'm just going to keep it all the way funky with y'all. You know, when we lost Biggie and Pac, of course, like many of us, that hit home, and just the thought of our folks beefing again and stuff, it just, you know, had me a little bit scared, especially like with Kendrick and Cole, but especially Kendrick, because y'all know how much of a, you know, Kendrick just done said enough to whereas we know that the industry and those that hate us, I'm sure they hate him. So I was just concerned about, like, I don't want to see us lose to either one of them. Like, I didn't want the thought of losing either one of them just was too scary for me. So I was very against that battle. Against that battle. But when it came to Drake,
you was ready for that one.
Get that nigga. Get him. Got him.
You ain't think about the war between the light skins and the dark skins that was gonna come about this?
No, I still get no. Honestly, with this one, it's so crazy because I even got a little more afraid for Kendrick because I know Drake is of the bloodline. That you know what I'm saying. Like I know, and we know he is exactly who Kendrick is saying he is, and it just is no telling how far he'll go. But when I saw Kendrick respond, I was like, you know what? That is God's work happening right now, and I can't stop. I can't tell no man to not do what he feel in his heart needs to be done. So I'm just gonna pray for his protection and let him get him.
You stupid. So boom. Then after that, your man Drake came out with this song called Push Ups. Now Push Ups came out and I was like, yo, Drake did his little singing rhyming style, you know what I'm saying? Let me give you a little bit.
Fuck you big stepping with a size 7 man's on. This the part with the bite, nigga, what's up? I know my picture on the wall when y'all cook up. Extortion, baby, whole career you been shook up. Cause top so you drop and give me 50 likes of push-ups. Hood, your last one brick, you really not on shit.
Oh man. So I was like, okay. I was like, Drake came back with some lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
You holding your tongue over there. You wasn't feeling that one?
I just don't. Before all of this, I didn't like him. I always felt like he was a vulture. I always felt like, I always feel like, okay, so I'm not going to say it's always the case, but a lot of times, and I'm happy that this is being exposed, a lot of times when we do have our biracial brothers and sisters and stuff, you really can't tell, like which one had the black parent. And he is, to me, the perfect example of the one that had like maybe the mama who is not in tune, you know what I'm saying? Like to me, I just felt like he never really had no like real black love. Like I just never trusted him, honest to God.
Okay. So he came out with Push Ups, and then after Push Ups, Drake came back out with a song called Tailor Made. Now,
yes.
Tailor Made I didn't like it from the rip because of the whole AI taking Tupac's voice and then taking Snoop's voice and then putting your rhyme at the end. I get the rhyme at the end part, but
corny.
Yeah, using that AI joint, I was like, man, come on, bro. And but I was just like, yo, he came back to back. I was like, okay, I'm impressed. He was like, all right, boom. Let me hit him with this. Let me hit him with that. And Kendrick, everybody was like, yo, Kendrick, what you doing? And Kendrick was just over there like, okay, you done yet? He was like, you done yet? And then after that, Spotify, all the different things had to take it down because of the AI using Tupac's voice. So you can't even really hardly find that one no more. But after that, Kendrick sat around and said, you know what? Euphoria.
Oh, give me some. Give me some of it.
Getting neutralized, I can only watch in silence. The famous actor we once knew is looking paranoid and now spiraling. You're moving just like a degenerate. Heavy antic is feeling distasteful. Why calculate you not as calculated? I can even predict your angle. Fabricating stories on the family front, cause you heard Mr. Morale. A pathetic master manipulator. I can smell the tails on you now. Let a Canadian nigga make pot.
Then the fact that I like how the beat changes and everything, and like he go from one style to the next style, is showing versatility on the beats, and then how you can use the beat as a crescendo to really, man. Let me bring that back a little bit.
Double the wage, I'd rather do that than let a Canadian nigga make Pac turn in his grave. Cut the finish. What is it, the brakes? I hurt your feelings, you don't work with me no more. Okay.
There's
3 ghosts left, and I see 2 of them kissing and hugging on stage.
What?
I love her to death, and in 8 bars I'll explain that phrase. It's nothing nobody can tell me. I don't wanna talk on no celly. You know I got language barriers. It's no accent you can sell me. You're Cole and Ivory, know I'm a selfish nigga. The crown is heavy. I pray they my real friends. If not, I'm YNW Melly.
What?
So, listen, do y'all know how y'all should have heard me when he said the line like in 8 bars, I explained or whatever he said. Y'all should have heard me counting the bars like 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Like, what is he about to say?
Yes. Yo,
that boy is
The fact that after he did that, he was like, yo, you got Tupac turning his grave. Because, you know, the whole thing is like, you got to go get breakdowns of all the lyrics that Kendrick is dropping to even see what he's really saying, because it's so coded, and the lyricism of how he put it together is just like, mwah.
You truly do. And you know what? So even with that line, like about the whole ring and stuff, like I didn't know that Drake owned, you know, that one of Pac's rings.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
That's when I didn't know that part. I was like, oh, that's what Pac turned. Okay.
Yeah. And then the fact he talked about YMLE, the guy that shot his best friends. And he said, y'all best friends, we are best friends now. Keep talking and you gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? And he got it.
Got him.
Oh my goodness. So boom, Euphoria drops. We like, oh my goodness, he's killing it. And in one of the lines in Euphoria, he says, I'm gonna get back to back with you. We ain't even peeped that. He was like, I'm gonna get back to back with you. I'm gonna get talking about this song that Drake did with Meek Mill, back to back. So then after that, he comes out with Drake comes out with Family Matters. Now, Family Matters was Family Matters was hard because I was like, at first, you know, he had that as Kendrick said, we like your melodies. I hate the way you dress. But we like your melodies. All that straight off of what DMX said. And
can we stop there real quick for 1 second though?
Go ahead.
DMX. I don't tell great people to rest in peace. You know, soar high, continue rocking out our brother DMX. Yeah. I wish that, like, at that moment, we would have given that just a little more attention. You know, it was kind of just like, everybody was just laughing at it, like, oh, DMX so funny, like he talks so well. You know what I'm saying? We thinking it's cute and stuff, but like, I really wish at that moment we would have given it a little bit more attention. Like, hey, if X say it, we need to discuss it. We need to have a meeting real quick. So that's it.
We need to have a meeting to kick him out.
Yeah, we should have had a meet back then.
So
X said we got a problem.
So Family Matters drops, right? All right. The beat comes in, it's pretty hard. Okay, so then he gets to the lyrics. Let's get to some of these lyrics.
If Drake shooters doing TikToks, really shooting in your gang, that's peace, brother. Y'all ain't getting shot. Can't listen to the stick talking falsetto, saving for a hip hop. You don't even be at home, dog. You a souvenir out the gift shop. Still mad about that one. We ain't even. I just lip lock with her.
So then, right there, you was like, oh, this is about a girl. And then you was thinking about that, but it was so much more than just about a girl.
Always rapping like you about to get the slaves free. You just acting like an activist. It's make believe. Don't even go back to your hood and plant on money trees. Say you hate the girls, but what you really mean?
Yo, I laughed so hard when he said you rapping like you trying to free the slave. You know that was funny to you.
Oh no, nothing about that was funny at all to me. Listen, not only was it not funny, but I was so like, if this does not show people who the hell this dude is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying that just a full black person wouldn't say that, because it's a lot of real ignorant, full 100% Negroes out here. Yeah. But hearing it from him, and was it that or a previous song where he said something about like American slaves or American slaves? You know what I'm saying? Like he was clear. Like when he said something about slaves, he's like American slaves. Like,
but
and
you know the crazy thing is, go ahead.
No. I just gonna say that shit wasn't funny to me at all.
Yeah, because the crazy thing is when, a little bit back when Mos Def was like, yo, he make music for Target shoppers. He was basically saying like, yo, the dude don't make no conscious music. Don't talk nothing about no black conditions, none of that. And that right there, that line right there is like when Jay-Z said to Nas, he was like, oh, you trying to kick knowledge or something? That was that line, like, oh, word, like kicking knowledge and spitting for your people is like, oh, you a fake revolutionary. You ain't really about that life. So I was like,
but you see, my thing is like, okay, I can respect that if that was coming from someone that did make that type of music. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was somebody that was actually making that type of music checking somebody that's now making it and we don't know for sure if they being genuine about it, then I can respect it. But you somebody, like you say, that like you don't have a single song that's on some for real, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, he trying to put people up on game, he trying to talk about something that we really need to hear about. You don't have a single one of those songs, but then you want to talk about free and trying to make songs to free the slave. What? What? And these Negroes out here really like, but then my biggest insult, are you gonna play the other line that he said in there?
Which one are you talking about?
About him making us or whoever about to make him turn into Zimmerman.
Oh, nah, I ain't get to that line. But yo, y'all gotta check it out.
This clown said, y'all gonna make me turn into Zimmerman. Who says that? And I can even understand if you saying like, okay, if you say, Kendrick, you gonna make me like shoot you. Yeah. I can take that. But you saying you gonna make me turn into Zimmerman
and kill a nigga.
And kill a little boy. Yeah. You niggas you have got to be the biggest clowns and fools in the world if you don't get him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's showing us and that's what I love, because it's like, okay, Kendrick said these things and now he just showing like he really is exactly what this man saying he is.
Yeah, the fact
he ain't us. He ain't us. We wouldn't. He is not like we are. Like we wouldn't think to say that. I don't think that a Negro would think to say like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no. And we got to understand like who he says stuff like, oh, I associate as a black man. But in reality, especially in his, you know what I'm saying? Like he identify though truly as it's, you know, in their culture, like as long as your mama is Jewish, you Jewish. So in his mind, you know, he a Jewish dude.
Yeah.
He ain't no man. I don't want to hear it. Let me hear some more Kendrick so I can dance to that nigga getting clowned.
Yo, that's the dope part about this whole battle. All the beats have been on point. I ain't gonna front. Like, you can play them in the club. You can have them played for a while. Especially the last one that came out. We're gonna get to that. But first, then you had Kendrick drop the joint. What is it? He did Euphoria, Family Matters, and he came out with 616 in L.A. He said, are you finally ready to play Have You Ever? He started doing a little sing joint, but let me give you a little piece of that real quick. And he took that track right there with the
Off-white Sunseeker, had the marina. Fuck a phantom, I like to buy yachts when I get the fever. Wine cooler, spill on my white t-shirt, the sightseer. Trifecta, money, morals, and culture. That's my leisure, my visa. Passport tatted, I shall hub in Ibiza. Luke Callie's dwellings in Brooklyn just to book me some pizza. Who can reach us? Only God can teleport the type of freedom. God, my...
All right.
The leak, find the Jews like Cash Dog. I just need you to think. Are you finally ready to play? Have you ever? Let's see. Have you ever thought that OVO is working for me?
And then he calls his whole OVO crew out like, yo, you got a bunch of rats and snitches that's getting me information that's in your crew. So now Drake looking around like, yo, your whole crew is gonna turn on you now. He talking about some of the ones being on coke, talking about some of the ones being pedophiles, and this, that, and the third, and you like, wow.
And you know what's so strange? So, and this is why we got to be careful though with this situation, because again, Drake's bloodline is the same folks that we say control media, they control the narratives, they do all that stuff. Already, TMZ then posted, you know, they were feeding Kendrick false information. So right now, like basically Kendrick, the battle is done, like Kendrick done because he fell for it. So TMZ posting that so that people can, you know, yeah, that's right. Then you got the clown vulture Vlad. He posting how the mix on the song was bad. It take away from the song. Who cares about the mix? You know what I'm saying? Talking about the not like us, like, man, these clowns. But I feel like even with Drake, with that, like with the whole him possibly not having a daughter or whatever, and him denying that and that being false information. Why you speak out about that part, but you ain't speaking out about you and your predatorial, you know what I'm saying, your predatory behavior? Like, you ain't speaking out about that. And that's interesting to me too, seeing how like our culture, we got some real work to do, because we don't give a damn about, you find out folks some predators, you find out that they some pedophiles, we don't care about that stuff, you know what I'm saying, unless the media is really making us hate these people. But like with Drake, this stuff about this information about Drake with the girl that was at the concert, and him being all raunchy with a girl, that you can look at and tell that, yeah, the girl may be young, and if she looked like she may be underage, you should have been asking her age. But then after you find out, after the girl say that she's 17, you talking about how thick she is.
Yeah. It's like, I'm done.
I'm done, and niggas don't care.
Yo.
Women sisters don't care. They still gonna bump this nigga. Ugh.
Yeah. And then on the Family Matters, he talked about Kendrick's relationship with his girl. And then, And then as you said, we came back with Bam, Meet the Grams. And the thing about these two albums is, I even talked to my daughter, and she was like, two grown men putting each other business out in the street like that and battling. She was like, I don't like that. I was like, I get that part, because it's like you putting out, but that's how rap beef has got after a while. It's like you go and get personal information. You got people getting paid to be inspect the decks out here and bringing in intel to find out stuff to be able to put this in their music. So like, bam, you did that. 616 LA, and then he comes right back with another one. Meet the Grams. Like, all right, so check this out. So he came out with Meet the Grams.
Man is your father, let me be honest. It takes a man to be a man. Your dad is not responsive. I look at him and wish your grandpa would a world condom. I'm sorry that you gotta grow up and then stand behind him. Life is hard, I know. The challenges always go beat us home. Sometimes,
but yo, I mean, the fact that he wrote a song to Drake's son, he wrote a song to Drake's mom, he wrote a song to Drake,
to his daddy.
Oh my God,
dog.
Yo,
I didn't know. Oh my gosh, ooh.
When they say playing checkers, not chess, I mean chess, not checkers. Man, this dude was sitting back just waiting, and at the same time in the studio, like, oh, you dropped that? All right, cool. Give me the beat. Bam. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Bam. And I mean, it looked like he spent like months on this song. Like the fact how the beat changes and stuff like that, and and it's like 8 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like an 8-minute song.
But see, the thing is, so again, Drake being supported by who Drake is supported by, I'm sure he is going to come back with some, some clever little, even if it's not songs. Like Drake is a type, he gonna be on a commercial taking a diss at Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know that at the end of the day, the goofies out here are going to, and I'm sorry for calling y'all goofies, but y'all make me mad, because a lot of people have been, the koofies, the kente cloth people, calling us the the hoteps out here, but the goofies out here are gonna look at Drake as Drake can do any little, sassy thing, and they're gonna look at it like, oh, he won and all this stuff. But when we talk about what was put on record, that boy just got destroyed.
Nah, there's a game called Mortal Kombat, and at the end, you know what they do?
Finish him!
Oh, you talking about finish him? Listen, this right here. Yo.
Put your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with him. Walking down whole time, I know he got some hoe on him. Pole on him, extort shit, bully the flow on him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me.
Oh, wait a minute.
I just kind of want to hear that host.
Yo,
listen.
Let me just say something real quick. The fact that he got mustard on the beat, The fact
on
that
a
this
big.
song is a West Coast Cali banger, the fact that this song got, you know, at a cheerleading and at a game when they said, y'all not us. Y'all, you know how the cheerleaders will do that thing, right? That is what the cheerleaders are going to be doing at the cheerleading
Yes.
game. And then the people that do the two-step at the parties and stuff like that, two-step, they going to be doing that. This is a song that bangs for years.
And you know who else? Listen, last night when I was listening to that song, all I kept picturing is myself skating, looking like Anita Baker. I just was seeing Anita Baker and same old love, like, ooh, this is my shit. I can't wait to hit that little double step in my skates. Oh, I can't wait. Woo.
Yo, man, the fact that, I mean, like I said, all these tracks have been like bangers. Like this right here. Oh my goodness. I mean, let me give you a little bit more.
And party at the party playing with his nose now. And Baka got a weird case. Why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified pedophiles. Wop. That fuck him up. Wop. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor.
When I heard that line, oh my God, I love this young man. Jesus. Only reason I don't be disrespectful and talk about how, you know, I'll be a cougar, like he'll be my little boyfriend, is because, you know what I'm saying, he married, I guess. Yeah. He got a wife. But if not, honey, let me say something. I will be looking for that little cougar thing. I mean...
that little cat.
I can't even get my hat on right. That little boy. But you know what's so funny? I'll never forget. So, Spice Adams, when Kendrick first came out, anytime something happened, I'm surprised he and I ain't been talking about it. Anytime something happens with Kendrick, he sent me a message like, hey, cuz, remember, you know, because when Kendrick first came out, I was like, all right, he's straight. But in my mind, you know, we had here in Atlanta, I've always been such a cheerleader for the independent scene and stuff. So I'm like, he cool, but Four Eyes is dope. Nestle is dope and all this stuff. And he kept telling me, he was like, cuz, listen. Kendrick is something special. So I liked them. Good Kid, Mad City, Section 8. I liked all that stuff. But when To Pimp a Butterfly came out, I remember I was crying listening to that album. Like, this boy is something special. Yeah. Dog, just the courage, you know what I'm saying? Because these things may sound like, all right, it's just him talking shit. But again, when you know who he's talking to, Drake showed us who he was when Rick Ross and Lord knows. Listen, Drake and Rick Ross, that was the battle I wanted to see, because I wanted to see one of them niggas get gun. I did. This world to me, I wouldn't.
Because the whole Rick Ross with him talking about putting something in somebody's drink, like on that You Don't Know remix.
Listen, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't shed a single tear if either one of them was gone. Wouldn't. Just being honest.
And then the one thing, like you said, the whole East Coast West Coast beef, I really hope it doesn't escalate, because you got talking about where Drake's like, well, Kendrick's like, don't fly to LA and try to do a show, because he got the whole West Coast and a bunch of people over here like, yo, you not coming through with that bullshit. Where if they be like, ooh, if I lick him down, then I'll be the one, I'll be that guy. So I really hope it don't escalate to this, but it's looking, I mean, how they getting personal. This ain't no regular like just I got better bars than you. This is some personal shit they putting out in the street, and you're gonna look at certain people differently, even though Drake is still gonna sell worldwide and do his stuff and get his papes, but it's gonna drop a little bit, because a lot of people are gonna be aware of what he's been doing and be like, nah, I can't rock with you now. And the fact he was like, I don't even like how you say nigga. It sounds different. You
can't say nigga no more. I don't know. I know it ain't just deep or whatever, but nigga, that make me for real though. It's the truth. And I just think though right now with all that's happening, when you look at what's happening over there in Palestine, you look at, you know what I'm saying, like, it's just this time, and that's why what I said when initially I was, you know, Kendrick, don't do it, because you know I don't want to see anything happen to him. But to me, it's one of those things, like I said, when stuff like this, and we're seeing who these folks are
Yeah,
for real. I just feel like, hey, this just God has something for him to do. Most High has
yeah.
like, hey, listen, we gonna expose a whole lot of stuff. So
Kendrick gonna be all right because even going to that restaurant over in Canada now that he shot it out, like dude is like, thank you Kendrick for shotting the restaurant out,
yeah.
and he getting mad business and stuff. Yeah, but right now it's not looking good for Drake. What I am gonna do is I'm gonna drop the link in the chat room, and if you got some thoughts on this, don't come in here on no crazy, you know what I'm saying? But just your thoughts on this whole battles thing, we'll bring you on,
Oh,
and we'll talk to you some, but. I really
Candy. Oh,
and let's before we get there, the part right here when he's talking about the Atlanta connect.
Once
oh,
upon a time,
Oh.
all of us was in chains. Homie still double down, calling us some slaves. Atlanta was the mecca, building railroads and trains. Bear
What's up?
with me for a second, let me put
Tell
y'all
'em.
on game. The settlers was using town folk to make them richer. Fast forward 2024, you got the same agenda. You run to Atlanta when you need a check balance. Let me break it down for you, this the real nigga challenge. You caught Future when you didn't see the club. Hey, what? Lil' baby help you get your lingo up. What? 21 get your first street cred. Thug that you feel like you a slime in your head. Hey, what? Quavo said you can be from Northside.
Nope.
What? 2 Chainz say you good, but he lied.
He
You
lied.
run to Atlanta when you need a few dollars. No, you not a colleague, you a fucking colonizer.
He broke down how colonizers move and just did the same thing with how he come to Atlanta, get his talent and get his street cred in Atlanta so he can move in the streets of the US, him being from Canada. And he's like, yo, you did the same thing. You are a colonizer. That right there was a fatality move for me. I was like, whoa.
listen,
That's
that
all
right,
facts.
that right there. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Kendrick's wife, honey, you better had gave him one of the best nights of his life. It's certain times when people do certain things that they deserve the best. Man, she better been jumping from the chandelier. She better been, man.
Oh. And how are all these people in Atlanta looking at him now like, that nigga did come to Atlanta and just came and got all the best talent while Atlanta really took over the hip hop scene and was like, all right, let me eat with them. And oh my God, that was
Yeah, but you know what? A lot of ego probably won't even allow folks to accept that is the truth. So ain't no
they gonna mess up their bag. They don't want to mess their bag.
Yeah, they ain't gonna mess their bag up. But it's the truth. We know it's the truth. And you know what's so crazy? I was like, man, this battle is really just showing the difference between, and again, it's never an everybody thing, but it's showing the difference between those who know who Mumia is and those who don't, or those who know who Dr. Francis Chris Wilson is and those who don't, or those who know who A-Trap Brown is and those who don't. You know what I'm saying? It's just showing that it's such a huge divide, such a huge gap. And those, because a lot of and I just been reading, you know, and talking with like some of my little cousins and all that stuff, like so much of what Kendrick is saying, like, it's just going over their head. They just like, oh, he just trying to call him this, or he just ain't got nothing else to say. I'm like, y'all don't, you know, they don't get, it's crazy.
Yeah, and it's a whole lot. It's like the diss is a distraction in a way. At the same time, where we looking at like all the stuff going on in the world right now, even in the music industry. Like, let me play this clip of Vince Staple. They asked him what was his thoughts on the whole diss track. Check this out.
I think so I'm signed to Universal, right?
Yeah.
I've been signed to Universal since I was 17. I haven't got a back end. That means when you turn in an album, they give you payment. I haven't got a back end since 2017, 18. So I done been on the same record label for 13 years, so to say. That record label just folded all of its independent labels and subsidiaries into each other, which means how we was kids, you got Rockefeller, you got Def Jam, you got all these things, none of them exist no more. They fired all the heads of the labels, and if they didn't, they turned them to glorified A&Rs. They cut off 50% of the people who work in all these departments. most of those people is us, people of color that come from hip hop and R&B and these other things, right? Then you got record labels opening up IPOs. You got record labels destroying their relationships with TikTok, Spotify, things that pay out artists because they want to start their own shit. So then we getting priced out of our contracts. We getting priced out of our imprints. There are no labels basically that are incentivized to sign black music, and it's happening in front of our eyes. And while Taylor Swift is fighting for people to be able to have streaming money, niggas is on the internet arguing with each other about some rap shit. So that's how I feel about it. Appreciate keeping it real. So I think.
I mean, it's like that goes to the distraction of it all. It's like shit is going on in the music industry where we're not even realizing and talking about it, and they're taking over this shit even more and more. Corporations is like, listen, fuck these artists, we're gonna do our thing. And now with AI coming out, they like, we don't even need artists. So it's a whole lot going on we ain't even thinking about, because we enjoying this battle, which we should, because it's epic. But we gotta also remember there's other shit going on in the world.
Yeah. But to me, the battle is kind of connected to other shit that's going on in the world. When you're talking about colonizers, when you're talking about, people that come in, like, just like, especially when it comes to our music and stuff, like, we've been, great, as they say, since we can't use the words and stuff, but our artists have been taken advantage of for so long and stuff. So to hear somebody calling somebody that is a part of a group that has a long history of doing that, calling them out about doing that and stuff, like, to me, this is a part of it is. So, it's our job as media, and then for all of the artists and stuff that need to be discussing those things, jump on it now. But to me, it's not just like such a huge distraction, because it is touching on some of those things that impact us, on a daily basis.
Yeah. And like I said, once again, I dropped the link in the chat room. If y'all got any thoughts on this, this is SUNDAZE Chat. It's like talk radio in the video form. So if you got something to say, call in. But this time, don't call in, just streaming. And we'll, let you get what your thoughts are across. We got about 10 more minutes before we get up out of here. And then make sure y'all stay here and tune in to SUNDAZE Radio as I do a mix with some healing type music and stuff like that. But
okay, so wait a minute, I got a question for her. So our brother J360 said, Kendrick is a semi-conscious rapper as a Hebrew Israelite. I choose not to call Kendrick revolutionary even a little bit. So I want to understand. I want to hear why. I want to hear why.
Let's see. Kendrick is a semi-conscious rapper as a Hebrew Israel. I'm not called Kendrick Revolution, not even a little bit. I mean, then you got to define what is revolutionary to you, because I could see him doing music that talks about, even when he did this last album, when it was more like therapy. When it was more like that mental health type
about
thing.
Change
and stuff. That's change
is what revolutionary. There, yeah. Even, I mean, when you listen
Black of the Berry.
We gonna be all right.
We gonna be
all right. Is for now. See, and this is the thing that gets me a little bit, especially when you talk about people that's our age. Like, we want folks, if they don't sound exactly like Rakim, or if they not, excellent stuff like that, it's like, okay, we want to discredit them and stuff. But at the end of the day, the brother put out a song that was the theme for a whole movement. Like, how riled up All Right got them young people that was out in the streets, like, trying to make change and stuff. So I don't know. I think it's never enough for us. They ain't never doing enough. Like, what the fuck do you want these niggas to do?
Artistically, he's definitely revolutionary. He's done
very much so.
People aren't doing reverse albums, and I mean, getting on stage doing the whole thing with the chains, and I mean, at the Grammys and stuff like that. You like, damn, word, that's what you doing? You don't give a fuck? That's what we like, okay, this is the change we want to see. And then the fact within these battles, like, it's like, listen, we're not feeling what you're doing for the culture. We see you as a leech. We see you, when he's talking about Drake, like, you're coming in, snatching up the culture. You're changing your voice up. You're doing you're from Britain one day, you're from Atlanta the other day, and then you're from, Canadian. And I get it. You around a lot of different people, but it's like, yo, who are you? Who are you really? Are you just a made up person, like as they would say, a plant in the industry that, you know what I'm saying, is just attaching to everything that's hot? I mean, I don't know. But the thing that he's calling him out to me is, as you would say, a revolutionary act, because he could sit back and like the other rappers and just get the bag with Drake and be like, forget all that.
Yeah.
So.
And yeah. I'm just dog. I didn't again. And I know, it's like we want to say like, oh, Drake ain't gonna do anything, something like that. But I look at him like, yeah, he may be a little bit of a chump as an individual, but again, we're in the moment right now looking at Drake people kill off a whole group of people. You know what I'm saying? And that is who he is. Like, I don't know why it's so hard to connect that. Like, for whatever reason, maybe because we've been so scared to talk about folks, because we know how they retaliate, that we not looking at the fact like Dre is clear about like who he is and all that stuff. Yeah, he's that as a person. I'm Jewish, but then as an entertainer, he black. So, I don't care about the entertainment part. I want, who you are matters to me, and I know what that part of him is capable of. So indeed, I do still, I pray for Kendrick's protection. That really is bottom line. Like,
and I pray for the protection of the people that's going to be in these clubs, because the thing is, you're going to have a lot of DJs that's going to play one album and then they're going to play another album, because somebody was just down in a club, a DJ playing, and they played somebody's album and they booed them off the set, like boo, boo, boo. But then you're going to have this Drake crowd, you're going to have this Kendrick crowd, and as soon as one come on, they go like, other one come on, and then, you know how that is sometimes, bam. So I really hope it don't go there. I really hope that, I don't even know how this is going to end right now, because now, are we really waiting for Drake to come back and say something, or is this? I feel like it should be over right now, but the ego.
Oh, he's not gonna let that stop. He's not gonna. No, he's not gonna.
But you gonna have to come with a hell of a dance melody track to beat that last one, Drake.
But see, and
damn.
And whatever it is going. I don't think he gonna just release. He may just release something for now, but he gonna release something that's about to be in heavy rotation. Because that's gonna be a big difference too. You know what I'm saying? When you're talking about something that's in heavy rotation, if folks listening to all day, every day and stuff, like, so I feel like he's gonna go that route. And then, like we say, we don't know. We'll probably see him in some movies or some commercials, still trying to pop shit.
And it's funny, even your boy, like, the albums ain't even being talked about. Ain't nobody talked about J. Cole's new album. Ain't nobody talk about Big Sean's new album with his pew 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 pew. Ain't nobody talking about nobody else's music right now. It's just these two. So that's a whole nother thing, right? They are clogging the airwaves. So that's what.
So is radio like terrestrial radio playing? They are. See, I ain't been listening. Okay.
Yeah, they are. I mean, because this is top songs. Yeah, it's the top song. So. And the fact that they made these songs something you could dance off of, that's the thing I respected about Eric B and Rakim. They always had tracks that you can dance off of, even though Rakim was pouring knowledge into you. That's the fact. That's the thing, because it's always the conscious rappers don't got no good beats. That was the whole thing with Tupac for a while. It was like, yo, his beats is whack. I'm not listening to him like that. So I like the fact that they got some dope beats. They finding dope producers, and they putting out material that's people want to listen to, even just to hear it for that one time. Because only one that got staying power right now is this last one, I think, Not Like Us for Kendrick Lamar. That got the most staying power out of all these other songs. So, because the fact, like I said, it's a song that you can two-step. It's a song it's a West Coast banger. Mustard, one of the biggest producers on the West Coast, and it's a bop. So So really, that's about it. But I just wanted to bring this to everybody's attention to do the whole understanding. If you want to have a conversation with a younger person and you want to figure out how can I have a conversation with somebody younger, you could talk about, hey, did you hear about the battle? And they be like, huh? And then that battle could lead into so many other type of conversations. We talk about Gaza, we talk about Palestine, we talk about war, we talk about what's going on in society. This can lead you into that conversation. So yeah, it might be to some like, why are y'all even talking about this? Because what it is like it's literary, it's culture, it's history, and it's something that we need to address because it's going on and use it in ways to open up minds about different things that need to be talked about. All right. Message. So nobody came in the chat to join us, but big up to everybody in the chat room. We do got some. If we got any more questions in the chat room, we could answer them. But I mean, I don't know what else it is really to say right now. We pretty much went over the songs, talked about the artists, and we hope that everybody's safe after this whole battle. So D, other than that, what you got going on before we get up out of here?
Nothing too much. So, two things. So, y'all know we've been talking to y'all about us doing a live event that y'all will be able to come to, party, all that stuff. So we need y'all to mark your calendars. June 2nd, we are going to be at Westside Motor Lounge. If you're in Atlanta, you already know how dope this venue is. It's going to be like a day party, fun day, all that good stuff. We got a special guest coming. We can't tell y'all just yet, but it's Jersey gonna be in the house. But yeah, we're gonna have a great time. So June 2nd. Also, y'all know I am a part of the organizing committee for the annual Tupac birthday celebration. So we are going to be doing that as well. I'll have more information for y'all about that really, really soon. But in the meantime, I'm always out at the New Black Wall Street every weekend, Friday through Sunday. Mother's Day is right around the corner. Y'all visit my Instagram at Pretty Dope Dia. I have some amazing things. Y'all know I make custom handbags and I sell vintage. Matter of fact, I got 4 new Coogis that I just added. So if you're looking for an authentic vintage Coogi, make sure y'all check out my Instagram and holla at your girl.
Baby. Word, that's what it is. And also make sure y'all check me out in about at 8 o'clock. I'll be doing a mix right here on Sundays Radio. And Tuesday through Thursday, go check out the Remix Morning Show, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. And that's what it is, y'all. Thank y'all for coming through let me get my pipe again, to SUNDAZE Chat.
Oh, I love it.
With Doctor and Pretty Dope Dia. We out of here, y'all.
Yes.
Peace out.
My name is NLU Dia.
Not like us. None of y'all.
Not like us.
We out of here, y'all. Peace.